what can he do this time around? A senior X30 qualifying heat D and E gets itself ready to go. Let's take you through the starting lineup for this one. Clement Outram and Ian Eichmann start this one on the front row of the grid. Goldstein and Atkins go from row 2 from Jack Nettleship and Cian Geraghty. Diego Castro and Tyler Harris go from row 4 from Aaron Garcia and Ruben Moya. Angelo Mello and Mika Voss go from row 6 from Lewis Bird and Hugo Besson on row 7. Kevin Latinga and Lucas Hortica go from row number 8.
Then we have row number 9, David Concalves and Yuta Suzuki, followed by Luca Rodriguez and Alexander Mondo, Enrique Oliveira and Adam Lazari, Joan Alua-Halesti and Andy Rattel on row number 12. Row number 13, we'll see Oren England and Ethan Faramond, followed by Francisca Queiroz and Adam Erhali, Austin Gale and Michael Cooper on row number 15, followed by Lars Wenning, Arthur Barrio, Oscar Cura and Jili Zhao. 34 drivers on this grid, and we are missing indeed a couple of them. We have still Jilin Zhao, another of the Chinese driver, missing on that race. I've been led to believe that the traveling from China had been made difficult a little bit, because it's not the only one from China that has been missing here at the start of those races. And Lars Wenning from Falcon doesn't seem to be taking part in this race.
Yeah, big shame there. So, yeah, hopefully all those drivers are all right. And, yeah, it would be a shame that we don't have them out on track. Here we go then, second round of the qualifying heats for Senior X30. Remind yourself, the winners that we've had so far, there have been 4 of them. Eitmans took the win, Shaw, Marcus Luzio and Malo Bollier, all race winners out on the circuit. Your second place finishers of the 4, Atkins, Mehdi, Weisenberger and Pelassi, all the winners out on the circuit, or the second place finishers out onto the circuit. So these drivers will make their way round and get themselves warmed up, ready to get going for this session. But the second and final time we will see these drivers today. And let's see what will happen out on circuit. Right, drivers getting themselves warmed up, ready to go. This will be an interesting one. They were busy earlier on. Are they going to be busy again this time around? Have they toned it down? Have they been told by their teams to get going in this race? Or have they been told to just bring it back a little bit more? Here we go then, into the tram lines. Are we going? First time of asking. Yes, we are. Down in towards turn number 1. Great start from Outram and the inside line. Goldstein gets up into second place. Eichmann, who won earlier on, is on the outside row. He cannot hold on to second place. He might not even hold on to the top 3 spots on this grid, but he can. He holds on that inside line and back down the inside. He gets past the other of the TB kart racers who falls down the order. So a good start then from the top 2 of Outram and Goldstein, who have broken away now from Eichmann, who's there in third place.
Yeah, good getaway for everybody here into that pack, into that opening lap. Some of the drivers trying to find some space, at least making their way into the left-hander, and one of them, the 245 by the look of it, has
another
been
one of the Aldrin Henry karts.
Yes, indeed, has been caught into trouble over there. We'll try to identify who that is. It might be Alexander Mund. No, sorry, apologies.
Oren England, I think, who's gone round. So, yes, he's unfortunately dropped right down the order. Right, now, we saw how well the slipstream worked earlier on. How quickly can Eichmann close in on these top 2? But they are pushing each other, so he might not close in as much as I think he'd like. And confirmation there, yes, he will not. They are pushing each other along. That's the bump draft now helping out these two, breaking away. So if you can get that clean piece of air with another driver who you trust to just really push you along that start-finish line, you can gain a lot of times. But despite that, Eichmann has still managed to close in through the first sector. So he is looking very, very strong out there. But right now, Outram, Goldstein, Eichmann, Atkins from Geraghty, then it's Castro who's there in 6th place, very close as Goldstein to the inside takes the lead away from Clement Outram, and now Outram will try to fight back, but he's got to be careful. If he goes for a move, Eichmann will attack as well.
Yeah, it was a good move from Eddie Goldstein, because he knew that the threat was coming from behind as well, in the form of Ian Eichmann. Goldstein, Eichmann, this has been really the headline of the IAME Euro Series, as well as in the Benelux the entire season, with those two coming together, actually, at the last run in Genk of the IAME Euro Series. You might remember that. But certainly, Goldstein needs the result. He only made a P4 in his opening qualifying heat, while Eichmann, as you said, won it. As Clement Outram takes the position back, and actually, by doing so, opens the door, and that goes the way of Kelly Atkins and Eichmann as well. So we have Atkins the reigning winner of the IAME Euro, now back into P3. Goldstein finds himself P4 under the pressure of Gerardi as well for the back. Watch out for the pressure from Kent Gerardi, the Croc Promotion driver. 2 Croc Promotion drivers within the pack of the top 5. It's going to be a close call. That's on the inside goes Callie Atkins. Can he make it 2 in a row? Having to back off because Ekmans was there to respond on the inside of the next turn. That's going to be a close one between those 5 drivers. And we are only into lap number 3 out of 10. That could go the way of Clément Autran, as long as those after him actually keep battling against one another. That could be his chance to build himself a bit of a gap, but so difficult that is to do that on this particular circuit. And Ekmans, even before turn number 1, goes on the inside, and thanks to the slipstream, take Kelly Atkins, Goldstein as well with him, and Clément Autran falls back to P4.
Classic slipstream there, no chance of defending it, and Autran back down to 4th place there as well. And back behind, I'm sure his best mate at the moment, Ellie Goldstein. Oh, and a little bit of contact between the 2 of them as well. Goldstein with his hand up in the air saying, Autran, what was that? And Autran just backs off just that little bit, allowing the gap to form once more. So very, very tough race in between these ones. But Eichmann leads at the moment. Now Autran is having to defend from Kian Gerety. Gerety, who's trying to get involved in this battle as well, is just sitting there in 5th place. Nothing's happening, but he's just checked behind him, and he can see that Castro, Garcia, Moya, Nettleship, it's started to close in as well now. Here comes Moya, side by side just behind with Aaron Garcia. Garcia now to the inside and pushes Moya down behind several other carts. So I think that's Nettleship who's got through as well, and the rest of the field as well. Andy Brattel just behind.
Yeah, watch out for Nettleship as well, one of the teammates over there as Ekmans and Kelly Atkins. That was a close call as Atkins has tried in turn number 1, turn number 2, and that was a bit of an early call, I'm afraid, for Kelly Atkins, because Ekmans was there to respond, and we thought for a moment that maybe that could have been the one for Kelly Atkins, but he chose to open that door into turn number 1 before the braking part of the next right-hander, and as a result that puts him in the close of Ellie Goldstein, who will go for the move and takes P2, the Belgian driver, with Clément Autran as well as Gerardi, Castro, Garcia, Nettleship. As the longer the battle, of course, and the tighter this group will become coming towards the later stages of that race. And this is exactly what's happening. Look at Kelly Atkins under the pressure of Clément Autran, himself having to defend, and Ruben Moya could be the biggest beneficiary of that battling along, as Ekmans is trying to shake off the order a little bit. 0.3 of a second he's been building over the last lap. But look at the slipstream from Henny Goldstein. All the gaps that those drivers are able to build in sector number 2 and 3 are reduced to ashes into sector number 1. And as a result, Ellie Goldstein, with his faster machine, thanks to the slipstream, is able to take the lead back.
And I think that's really going to change the strategy going into this weekend, isn't it? You're going to really need a huge gap, or you're going to need to go with someone to really try and push and pull each other away from the rest of the field as well. And there you can see the whole pack's together again, so it doesn't matter how much you hold on to it. Here though, Ruben Moya, Jack Nettleship just behind as well. You can see there in the 2:06, just behind, that's Aaron Garcia, who now has just got, well, Moya's just got past Garcia, so Garcia's now under pressure from behind. Adam Alazari seeing a warning flag. That comes with a penalty, so he will not like that one. Little wide there is Goldstein. Now here comes the slipstream. Is Eichmann's going to follow? Is he going to push him, or is he going to go? Goldstein's pleading with him, saying, right, push me, push me, push me. He's learnt the trick now. He knows that, okay, 2 of us need to break away. If we start scrapping and you go for the move, they'll just close right back in on us again. And that's not happening. Well, actually, I say it's not happening. It kind of has happened, because Clément Autran had a really good exit out of turn number 3 there. Yeah,
there you go, the car building machine from VDK, working perfectly to get ahead of Kelly Atkins at the moment. Andy Rattel pulling another fastest lap in this race. 16 places gained, ladies and gentlemen, by Andy Rattel from Pantano. His new team, new addition to the Italian team for Andy Rattel, missed out completely qualifying due to a technical failure, unfortunately. And 16 places gained, ruining his tires, that's for sure. As Goldstein and Ekmans keep on battling. Ian Ekmans back in the lead from the Belgian. This is the battle royale between the Belgian drivers, with Clément Autran from France as the referee, potentially. A child as well for Kelly Atkins. This race is far from over, even though the check flag is getting near, but when it comes to overtaking, anything's still possible. Clément Autran is considering the move as he went on the outside slightly. No one is daring to make the move just yet. They might want to wait for the last 2 laps, certainly. We're getting close to those options, but they will run out quite quickly as well. Ruben Moya is decided, of course, to join the party, putting out the fastest lap and getting ahead of Garate for P5. Here comes Ruben Moya.
Here he comes, but Moya with that fastest lap of the race now taking full advantage of this one. Eichmann's going defensive from Goldstein now as they go through. Still 3 laps to go, and look how many carts have closed in now. What is this? This is the first place all the way down to 14th place on your screen. This is not a position you want to see yourself in. Eichmann's won earlier on. He would like to maintain that streak right now, taking as little points as possible. Remember, you get 0 points for a race win, and he gets pitched off to the track. Gets absolutely sent off the circuit, and he would not like that one. He's gone down into about 5th place now. So back onto the start-finish straight they go, and it is now Goldstein who leads the way, but not for long, because Atkins goes down the inside, and no, Moya's on top, but amazingly they detach themselves, and he keeps going. How on earth did that happen?
And he just pushed Goldstein a little bit by the look of it. Oh my God, this race is coming to a close, but in mayhem sensation. Wow, how on earth Ruben Moya managed to stay on the track after such a moment? I do wonder, but here you can see them. Ruben Moya and Ian Aikman still very much on track in 3rd and 4th. What a miracle just happened here in Portimao, because at some point we thought that Ruben Moya and Eddie Goldstein would find themselves in the grass being stuck together, but it didn't happen. Goldstein, as a result, just tumbled down to P6. So unfortunately for the Belgian driver as well, so 3 of the biggest names in that upper part of the field in trouble as fighting for the win. And look at actually was benefited from that sequence of actions. Kalle Atkins, who finds himself in the lead, 2.2 tenths clear from Clément Outran, but the Frenchman sees that one last opportunity, and he has 1 lap to do that.
Yeah, and immediately Atkins goes defensive, and Outran says, no, you keep going. Ruben Moya picks up a warning flag after that contact there going through turns 1 and 2. So he will not like that one. He's there in 3rd place, and now he dives to the inside into 2nd place. Now Eichmann's comes through. Eichmann's could still get away with a race win here, because remember, Moya with that time penalty, he will not finish this race in this position. He is out of this contention on this final lap. He goes to the outside here. He opens up that inside line, but crucially, he has the inside going into this next one here as they go through in towards turns 10. Down and towards turn 11 they go at the bottom half of the circuit now into the tight, twisty section. It's still Atkins who leads the way, and he might have this one sealed. Moya's still there in 2nd place, and Aaron Garcia, in his 1st year in seniors, is up there in P3. This is brilliant stuff from the Spaniard as they make their way out of the final corner. It will be Kalle Atkins who will take the win across the line. He'll take it from Moya and Garcia. Eichmann finishes in 4th, and Clément Outran and Garrity finishes in 6th place from Goldstein, and Rattel from Castro. Meunier finishes in the top 10. What a race that was. And again, it's just their 2nd qualifying heat of the weekend. They've got so many more to get through. It's absolutely fantastic. For Atkins, he takes it. Moya won't be happy with that penalty, you know, but a very risky spot there. Very scary moment. He up on 2 wheels effectively. Yeah. He had no steering going around turns 1 and 2.
No, not at all. It could have been very dangerous indeed. Fortunately, everything ended well for all the drivers involved, but what a scary moment and sequence of actions. We might need to see that again. But as a result, Kalle Atkins was there to pick up the pieces and take a well-deserved win. His 1st of the weekend, joining the likes of Marcus Luzio, Ian Aikmans, Malo Boyer, and Sam Shaw in the winner's circle in the senior category.
Certainly is. Well, here we go then. Drivers make their way back in towards Parc Fermé, and we will have a look at the provisional classifications at the end of qualifying heat D versus E. Atkins takes it then from Ruben Moya, who did see that warning flag, so he will not stay in that position. He will drop down several places. In fact, he will drop down to about he will drop down all the way to 14th place. That would be a disaster. Then from Aaron Garcia, Eichmann's Clément Outran from King Garrity, Elie Goldstein from Annie Rattel,